Welcome back everybody, and hello to anybody who's just come across this channel. This is going to be a short update, what I've been doing since the last video, which to be honest with you is not a huge amount. But first of all, a little bit of kind of housekeeping. I'd just like to say thank you very much to somebody called Neil Singleton for subscribing. Thank you very much, Neil, for hitting the subscribe button. And if you're watching it and you do like it, don't forget, just down here, hit the subscribe button. That'd be great. Thank you very much. So what have I been doing? Well, you can probably see one of my HSTs in the back. I have been running just a few trains up and down. I've got a slope and I have been experimenting with the gradient and to see which trains can handle and what lengths I can handle. I've also been experiencing a number of derailments. That was probably because the track itself is not actually fixed down. It's just literally laid there, although I have now nailed in a few spots, so some of the track is now actually nailed in temporarily. I know we'll just show you this track. So this is the track. I have put a set of points in temporarily. I did run a few Hornby, a Hornby point, and let's be honest with you, it just caused more derailments. I've got a Peco here, which is great. I also brought one of these little things from eBay for £6, which allows me to, you know, much easier kind of put those long pins in that these damn things. You put the, I don't know if you can see that, those really long pins. There's a bit of track on there. Allows me to sort of stabilise some of the track and stop it from moving around. So I've got a kind of slope. I'll just stand back here. You're going to see the slope goes down and around, and I'm just really testing what can go up and down. I've also got my Class 800 here at the moment as well. I've got a few issues with this also, namely that the dummy car has only one set of pickups on the front bogie, which means, because this is sound equipped, that I am having an issue with the sound cutting off. Now, it is a Locos Sound version 4 inside this chip, and I believe I can put in a set of capacitors, an ESU Powerpack. That's £36, but I think I can make it a lot cheaper with a couple of capacitors, a diode and a resistor to slow the charge rate down. So I'm going to give that a go. I think that would just make a lot more sense than paying £36 for the same thing. So a little bit of variboard, strip board, and the relevant capacitors. I've got some capacitors, 2200 farad capacitors, which came with some of the Zemo chips. So yeah, disappointed. The actual Hornby detailing I find on this is actually really good, and it does run relatively well apart from the odd sound cutout. So the other thing I've been doing is using Decoder Pro, and I could do a screen capture, but this is an older laptop. At the moment, Decoder Pro is just basically loading up all the CVs relating to this HST card at the moment, which is running a Zemo 645R. The only reason I know that is because I've just found the documentation for it and the receipt from Digitrains, which is where I got it. So some of you may actually ask, why am I doing this? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Apparently, one of the advantages is you get all the CVs from it, loaded it into a single file, and if you then play around with the CVs, you can quite easily restore everything you've mucked about. So that's the plan. Once I've got all the rosters of all my Locos, I will basically take a copy of the XML files, keep them safe as the OEMs, and I can make some changes. One of the changes I want to do is, let me see if I can find it. So this is a Excel spreadsheet that's got a lot of my trains on it and their relevant functions. And the big issue, as most of you will know, they do tend to dot around a little bit. They don't quite do what they are meant to do. That's not true. They do what they're meant to do. They just are all over the place. So there you go. Look, this one here, for instance, I don't know if this is going to zoom in, but I've got on function F4 on my shunter and my black 5 and a class 60 And then there's a Class 57. They've all got different things. You've got compressor, buffer, coupler, fan. So I think what I will try to do is make everything the same. So like obviously 0 and 1, lights and sound. Be great to put everything else. These Hornby with the Zimmo uses the Pulchetta soundtrack, and they use active drive, which is what I want to try on this puppy. Is so when you press F2, it is meant to do some braking for you. So the very first thing I need to do just to make space for that is I've just got to move my 800 back into the siding so that I've got a little bit of space to have a play with. And you might actually see or hear the issue. So I'm just going to power on the 800 direction. Did you hear that? I had to give it a quick stop. Now I also think this has got an active drive element on it as well, which I thought was function 5. I'm just going to give that a quick spin, going to shoot it out, and I'm going to F5 to see if it will stop. There you go, distortion from the main speaker and a cutout from the dummy, very frustrating. Hear it again. Distortion from that speaker. So power off, F5. So I don't know if you can hear it, there's a small amount of distortion coming from these cars. Now I did fit these myself. I've only got myself to blame. So, you know, that's the way of the world, isn't it? So I'm going to pull this up now. I'm going to try to use the feature dynamic braking, which on this one is function and 2. So let's have a look to see what happens. Powering up. Speed step 70. Pressing F2. F2 again now. I do like that. I do like the feature of the F2. Not quite sure. I'm sure the 800 with the lock sound is meant to have the same feature. As I said, I've misplaced the documentation for it, so I'm going to have to hunt around for that one. So this is one of the plans, or probably the final plan thereabouts. Just down here is where the platform is. As you can see, underneath I've now got a set of sort of 4 long storage yards. It goes round. This is a high road, so effectively there's a loop here, a loop that goes underneath it. Just here I'm going to have like a little bit of a freight terminal. Around the front here will be a road, hopefully, that goes out sort of this way into infinity and beyond. Sort of thing goes over here. So that's the track plan. So that's what I intend to do. I've been counting my points and seeing how many points I've got. So from track plan to track, which leads me quite nicely, I am after a fair amount of this stuff, the concrete style Peco Code 100 flexible track. I have got some of it is a little bit damaged from when I pulled it up of my old layout, so I'm probably going to splash the cash and buy new stuff. There are none available. I have tried different websites and suppliers, and everything which is Peco related seems to be out of stock. There is no fish plates. There is pretty much nothing whatsoever, which is rather disappointing. It's kind of holding me up a little bit now. But so be it. I've also emailed DCC Concepts for their sort of track bed, and apparently their issue is their foam is trying to find a supplier who can cut the chamfer into it, and well, and they hope that from around about September time they should be back in the UK and in stock, which would be great because then I can actually start doing something other than move my trains around on temporary track, and I might actually be able to start building the garage layout once and for all. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. Thank you very much. And if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button just down there. And if you have and you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like as well. That would be really useful. And if you want to be emailed as and when I release new videos on YouTube, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. Anyway, I hope to see you again soon. So keep yourself safe, keep yourself well, and it's goodbye from me for now. See you again. Bye.